Since 1955, the College Board's Advanced Placement Program has been delivering excellence in education to millions of students worldwide through over 18,000 AP programs. And in each of those AP programs, an important role. Really important. And it's there we find the AP coordinator. So, what makes a good AP coordinator? Well, I believe the best AP coordinators are dedicated, motivated, and definitely coordinated. My name is Derek Cometa, and this is Coordinated. Thanks for joining us for a series of interviews with experienced and incredibly talented AP coordinators. This school year, more than just about any in recent history, presents some unique and unprecedented times for schools and AP programs. Perhaps there is no better time to share our collective voices and perspectives. Coming up today on Coordinated.
The person who had done it before left the school, and when they left, that left no one who knew anything about being an AP coordinator. And I guess I happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, wait. I should rephrase. I was in the right place at the right time to hold the honor of being an AP coordinator.
Period 1. Dedicated.
November 13th, 2020. It's coming up soon. That day, of course, the final ordering deadline for AP exams for full year or first semester courses. For some AP coordinators, this could be a little stressful, and that's understandable, especially for someone who might be newer to the role of AP coordinator. For others, hey, it's just another Friday. And one of those in the latter group, Susan Orr. Susan joins us from Northwest Guilford High School in Greensboro, North Carolina. She is a multi-talented megastar in the world of AP coordinators, hosting AP coordinator workshops on behalf of the College Board and assisting with our AP coordinator webinar series as well. Among her many attributes, she is hyper-organized, detail-oriented, and a clear communicator. And she does that last part with her own brand of special Southern charm. Susan Orr, welcome to Coordinated.
Thank you, Derek. I'm so happy to be here today.
Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Susan, with your special Southern accent, I am just, guessing that you did not grow up in Boston or New York, did you?
Derek, absolutely not. You are so observant. I actually grew up in a small rural town in the Piedmont of North Carolina by the name of Meisenheimer, and it's about 45 minutes from Charlotte if you're trying to find it on a map. When I was 10 years old, my Sunday school teacher asked all of us to write down 10 things that we wanted to have accomplished by the time we were 30. And of course, for a 10-year-old, 30 is ancient. But on my list, I had written down 10 things, and my mother had actually kept it and gave it to me on my 30th birthday, which we won't talk about how long ago that was. But one of those things was being a teacher. So from the time that I can have proof of my desire to go into education, there it is, 10 years old from my Sunday school teacher.
So AP coordinators everywhere who have benefited from your workshops, they have your Sunday school teacher to thank for this.
Yes, they do.
So Susan, what can you tell us about your school, which is the home of the
Vikings, The Mighty Vikings.
Right, not just any Vikings, the Mighty Vikings. Clearly, clearly, you have a little school pride going on there, Susan.
Derek, I do. I really can't say enough about my school and the good things that are associated with it. It's a really very supportive and professional place to be connected with our students and just the larger community. We have our teachers who are working constantly to engage our students and to create an environment where students know that they can come and be challenged, yet supported at the same time during that entire process. I work with a great group of colleagues who I literally can turn to solve any challenge. It's a great place.
Susan, you mentioned your teachers, and I'm curious specifically about your AP teachers. How are things going so far this school year?
Well, I don't think we're unlike anyone else right now dealing with the challenges of being remote. So currently we are remote for the entire first semester. So there are struggles. But in general, I think we're doing as good as, we're in a good as place as possible to be able to support our kids and our students and our teachers and all those things. Our AP teachers specifically, they literally are overjoyed to have those awesome resources through AP Classroom and those AP Daily videos. Like, they have been a tremendous asset. I hear that from our teachers like weekly, if not daily.
Thanks for sharing that, Susan. Of course, we're glad to hear that. And the road to a successful school year, well, we know it has some extra twists and turns this year. Thankfully, we have Susan to help keep us from getting lost. And we'll hear more guidance from her in just a minute. Right now, we have a quick message about another navigational tool, the AP Coordinator Community.
Hello, fellow AP coordinators. I'm Carrie Larison.
And I'm Carrie Franz.
We moderate the AP Coordinator Community, a free online platform connecting over 6,000 AP coordinators from around the world.
On the community, AP coordinators ask questions, share information and resources, and professionally connect.
We coordinators, we control how little or how much we use the community. We can receive updates daily, weekly, or as they happen. Or we can see what's being shared each time we sign in.
On the community, the discussion board is the hub of communication. It is here that coordinators post questions, share best practices, and gain valuable information to best support our AP programs.
Finally, the community is a spot to share and download successfully used resources by our fellow coordinators. Why reinvent the wheel when these valuable tools are right at our fingertips?
So how do we access this community? It's simple. Go to apcommunity.collegeboard.org to get started and request your free membership.
Again, that's apcommunity.collegeboard.org. This year more than ever, we think it's important to be part of the AP Coordinator community, and together we'll figure out how to best support AP programs at our schools.
Thanks, everyone. We look forward to coordinating with you.
Period 2. Motivated.
Susan, so I'm curious, how long have you been an AP coordinator?
Well, Derek, I've actually been connected with the AP program here at my school for 11 years, but as the actual AP coordinator, I think it's officially year 8, but to be honest, it runs all together. It's kind of interesting, though, at how I became the AP coordinator. I know you didn't ask that, but I'm telling you anyway. The person who had done it before left the school, and when they left, that left no one who knew anything about being an AP coordinator. And I guess I happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, wait. I should rephrase. I was in the right place at the right time to hold the honor of being an AP coordinator.
Just a little slip of the tongue there. Right place, right time.
Right.
So, Susan, what exactly are your responsibilities at school? Because I'm pretty sure you're not just the AP coordinator, are you?
You know that to be true, Derek. My official title is the curriculum facilitator, which really means do what no one else does. My primary job, though, really is to support our teachers in whatever capacity is needed. It could be coaching, it could be conducting a tech help session, it could be helping with lesson planning, classroom management, all of those things, in addition to updating the website and supervising the parking lot.
So, supervising the parking lot. Okay. So you mentioned a tech coaching session. So I heard this from a colleague of yours that you have sort of unofficially become tech support for your AP teachers as well during this kind of crazy year of remote learning and transitioning and all that. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. You know, this year brought about its own new challenges. And as our teachers came into this year unknowing about a lot of our tech things that we needed to implement using Canvas for the first time, Teams for the first time, all of those things came with lots of unanswered questions from our teachers. And I became that person early on to help troubleshoot it and field those questions to get our teachers up and running so that our students could have the best possible opportunities.
So, Susan, we thank you for doing all that. I'm sure your AP teachers and your AP students, they thank you as well. You're definitely very engaged in supporting your own AP program. But as I understand it, you also are involved in helping other AP programs and other AP coordinators in your district.
Yes, Derek, I do. I work really closely with our district coordinator. Shout out to Debrelle Teray for all the wonderful things she does, because like all people with a title, that's not the only thing that she does. So in an effort to support her and the other AP coordinators in our county, she and I connect at least monthly to plan the district meetings. And then I'm also available for questions that the other AP coordinators at our 25 high schools might have to be able to support them.
Okay, so as usual, Susan, I'm sort of racing ahead in the conversation, and I need to back up a little bit, and I want to learn more about your specific AP program at Northwest Guilford. I'm really curious how you have time to do all of this.
Well, Derek, thanks for asking that question, because I am proud to say that this year we are offering 26 AP courses with 850 students taking at least one AP exam. That puts me at, right now, 1,938 exams.
Wow. Okay, now that you say that, that's a big AP program. Now I'm really not sure how you have time for everything.
Well, you're the one who called me hyper-organized.
I did. And I take it that was no exaggeration.
Not at all.
And so I presume, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I presume that you are generally not happy if everything in your world of AP is not perfectly in place and functioning at maximum efficiency. But what about when you were first getting started as an AP coordinator?
Well, Derek, wow, you would have to put me on the spot for that one, right? Everyone knows as that first year doing everything, there's so much to figure out. And I didn't take advantage of any of the College Board trainings that were offered.
Did not.
Correct. I did not. And while I used that AP manual as my guide to everything, like it was falling apart and highlighted and sticky notes all over the place, a training would have actually affirmed that what I was doing it right. But that first year, really, while things went really well, I did not work smarter. I worked harder because I didn't go to a training. I'll be honest.
We appreciate the honesty. And Susan, that's for you in particular, that's such a great story because you've come full circle now, because now you are actually leading and teaching those AP coordinator workshops that you previously neglected.
Ironic, isn't it?
It is. Well, we're happy to have you, and I know many AP coordinators who attend your workshops are happy to have you share your experiences, good and bad, with them. Susan, do you have a few more minutes to get into some coordinator-specific questions around, of course, the November 13 final ordering deadline?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, right now we have our weekly professional tip coming right up, and if you've listened to our credits, you'll recognize the school this outstanding AP coordinator is from.
Hello, everyone. AP Coordinator Cindy Hicks. At my school, Savannah Arts Academy, our AP program is big. And as you might have guessed, a huge part of that would be our AP Art and Design courses. We offer all three: drawing, 2D design, and 3D design. In a typical year, we submit about 100 art and design portfolios. Yes, that's right, 100. And to ensure my students do not incur any late order fees, I always submit my exam order prior to the final ordering deadline. Now, sometimes after I've submitted my order, students decide they want to change from one type of AP Art and Design portfolio to another. For example, they may decide to change from 2D design to drawing. In case you didn't know, even though it's after the ordering deadline, we can still switch the original AP Art and Design portfolio type at no additional cost to the student. We, as AP coordinators, can do this up until March 12, 2021. More information? Please see the AP Coordinator Manual, Part 1, pages 88 to 89. Good luck, everyone, especially with your AP Art and Design programs. Stay safe.
Period 3. Coordinated.
So, Susan, November 13th is almost upon us.
Right. That final ordering deadline for all first semester and year-long AP courses and exams.
Just to be clear, though, this is not the last opportunity for schools to order AP exams for first semester and year-long AP courses.
That's right, Derek. This is just the last time to do it without that $40 late order fee.
Now, there is an exception.
Yes, you're talking about transfers.
I am. Transfers. So when the coordinator uses the transfer code instead of the join code, well, that automatically waives any $40 late order fee. Correct?
Correct. But you forgot one thing.
Please.
The transfer code handles transfers, but this year, homeschooled students equals no late order fees either.
Thank you for the reminder. So 2 exceptions this year, not just one. One we always have, the transfer exception. And now this year we have a waiver for the $40 late order fee for homeschool students as well. And we did talk about that in a previous episode, and I suppose I should be a good host and probably plug that, right? So please check out those previous episodes if you haven't already.
Oh, Derek, I've listened to all of them.
Excellent. We appreciate the support. And in those previous episodes, our conversation covered all those things that coordinators should be aware of to get ready to submit their AP exam order. But there are a handful of things that coordinators do not have to have completed by November 13th.
That's right, Derek. So thanks for letting me talk about this a little bit. It's important to let everyone know what they do not have to worry about.
Meaning what coordinators do not have to do right now.
Exactly. Eventually, but not right now.
And we wanted to talk about this. This might sort of actually seem like an odd topic, right? Like, why are we talking about what we do not have to do? Well, there is a good reason, of course. we found in our coordinator workshops and webinars that there is some confusion around what exactly needed to be done to submit the initial exam order. So Susan, we are going to try to help clarify. What is first on your list?
So first on my list are those fee reductions. You and Edrika talked about this in the last episode. That reduction status can be updated all the way through April 30th, 2021. So remember that fee reduction status only impacts the invoice, not the order. So that's why we can put that to later.
Great. And we update that in AP registration and ordering. I remember that part. So that's one thing. And what about dealing with potential conflicts in the exam schedule?
So wait a minute, Derek, do you mean like whether or not a student's going to test in the standard window or the late exam window?
Yes, that's a much clearer way of saying it. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
So another one that we coordinators do not have to worry about at this time, as long as an exam is ordered for the student on time by that November 13th deadline, then we can switch the exam from standard to late. And that deadline to switch is March 12th, 2021, and there's no additional fees related to this.
And how about the other way around? What if a student had a conflict, so you ordered an exam for the student for the late testing window, but now that conflict has, let's just say the conflict has cleared?
That's a great question, Derek, and it does happen once in a while, but you can switch from late to standard, and that's fine too, not a problem.
So can you give us an example of this, maybe something that's actually happened at your school?
Yeah, sure. So lots of times this time of year, there are athletic events or academic contests that happen. And let's just say, for example, the student gets hurt and isn't able to participate in that event, or the event gets canceled. So now the student wants to be back in with the standard testing window with all of his other classmates.
Got it. So in that case, there would be no additional charge for making this change later on.
That's right. No additional charge. That key part is making sure that exam is ordered on time, so we can figure out that testing window later.
And Susan, one more thought regarding the standard testing window and the late testing window. I just wanted to remind everyone that this year there is no additional fee for late testing if students need to be moved from the standard testing window to the late testing window due to social distancing reasons.
That's right, Derek. And so this really is going to have the potential of helping me with my physical testing space on campus this year. Some of my exams have a lot of students.
I can understand that, and let's just hope, Susan, that everyone is actually back on campus by May.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Susan, that's two things that coordinators do not have to complete by November 13th. What is next?
SSD, Derek, and specifically the special format exam materials.
So you are talking about special format exam materials like, say, a large block answer sheet or something like that.
Right, exactly. So special format exam materials are ordered in AP registration ordering by us, the AP coordinators. That needs to be done by March 12th, not now, November 13th deadline.
That's good to know. And again, that seems like another detail that AP coordinators can finalize later on. Susan, before we started, you said you had 4 things that do not have to be included in that November 13th exam order. We've hit 3 of them so far.
So yes, the last one is a big one. It's that one we don't like to talk about, collecting AP exam fees. That's always a tough one. But remembering that how and when schools choose to collect AP exam fees is a school level decision. That policy has not changed.
Great reminder on that. And though Many schools do choose to collect exam fees prior to ordering exams. That is not required. In fact, this year, with the waiver of the $40 canceled and unused exam fees, schools can order before November 13th.
And they can always reconcile later, Derek.
You're finishing my very thought. Thank you. Right? Schools can reconcile later. And any adjustments that are made later on, adjusting to a canceled exam or adjusting to an unused exam, there's no financial risk in that. So, Susan, when are you collecting AP exam fees?
Well, Derek, I'm very lucky. In the state of North Carolina, the state pays for all students enrolled in an AP course. So I'm not having to collect.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that. That is amazing. That's great support by the state of North Carolina. And I think that means that while you don't have to collect AP exam fees from students who are enrolled, you still have to collect from a few students, right? So any of the outside students or homeschooled students, there's still a little bit of fee collection going on.
Yeah, Derek, there really is. I have a few payments that I'm trying to collect for those students, but I've already ordered. So that's not a problem since there are no canceled or unused exam fees. I'm not worried about it.
Susan, talking about money, it's a good way to finish up this conversation because I think you are priceless. I cannot thank you enough for all you do and for your time today. I believe I collectively feel coordinator stress levels dropping all across the world. Excellent group therapy.
Well, thanks for having me, Derek. I am happy to help. Everyone, push the button and submit that exam order.
Push the button. I like that.
Well, you'll feel so much better after you have, so don't wait till that last day. Get it done now.
Susan, before you go, you did an excellent job answering every question I threw at you, but I did save the toughest one for last.
Yeah, Derek, remember I told you I listened to all the episodes so far, so I know this one's coming.
Okay. Well, Susan, push the button, or what does being an AP coordinator mean to you?
Well, Derek, I really have thought long and hard about what being an AP coordinator means. It's so encompassing of all that we do for students, supporting them from the minute they walk into an AP classroom for the very first time until they graduate. I'm there with them and their teachers. Additionally, it means me making sure that not only do they have a positive experience in the classroom, but on test day, because, there's so much stress associated with that day. If I can make test day go smoothly, I really think it makes a difference in the end. So, for me, being an AP coordinator, it's a title I hold proudly. And I'm excited to tell others that it's something I do because I am impacting students.
Throughout today's episode, we joked about being hyper-organized. And that's very helpful if you are an AP coordinator. To be an AP coordinator at Northwest Guilford High School, it's pretty much a requirement. And all that hyper-organization, it pays off big time. In Susan's time as AP coordinator, over 7,000 students have taken at least one AP exam, and that's a huge number for sure. But just as impressively, over 5,000 students earned a score of 3, 4, or 5 on at least one of those exams. That's over 5,000 opportunities for college credit and or placement. And it's not just high performance. The AP program, it's growing as well. It's now up to 26 different AP courses on a regular basis. It's a fantastic program, one in which teachers and counselors are actually excited to promote. Susan Orr is a beacon of success. I've learned not to let that sweet Southern charm not to let that fool me. A powerful AP advocate and master AP coordinator, Susan is a force of nature all to herself. One AP coordinator. This is the difference a great coordinator combined with great AP teachers and school administration. This is the difference we can make. This is what a model AP program looks like. This is what it means to be coordinated. Coming up next time, in what will be our first episode after the final ordering deadline, we transition into helping AP coordinators stay on top of things like expiring join codes, matching section enrollment, and keeping your student information system, keeping that matched up with AP registration and ordering. It's a lot to cover, so we recruited one of the very best, Carrie Larison. Carrie is co-moderator of the AP Coordinator community and co-host of the AP Coordinator webinar series. And Carrie, she will also share some exciting news about a brand new option to help when lots of students are changing sections. You won't want to miss our next episode of Coordinated. Thank you for listening to Coordinated. Our executive producer is Bill Lankenow, with assistance from Tierra Pinto. Leslie Ladd, AP Coordinator at Dulles High School, Sugar Land, Texas. She provides additional vocal support. Artwork is thanks to Amy O, straight from the AP Art and Design classroom at Savannah Arts Academy, Savannah, Georgia. Good as Gold is our theme music. It's performed by Jackie Ray, former AP Music Theory student at Oakton High School in Vienna, Virginia. Coordinated is written, recorded, designed, and produced by myself, Derek Cometa. Thanks to Jim Cluley, Terry Redican, and all my colleagues at the College Board for allowing me to connect with my favorite people in all of education. Do not miss an episode. Please subscribe to Coordinated. Tell your friends, and if so inclined, please rate and write a review as well. Your feedback is important to us. Just like an AP exam, we'd love to earn a 5. For more information on AP coordinators, visit collegeboard.org/AP coordinator training. That's one word, collegeboard.org/AP coordinator training. And AP coordinators, just like the song says, you are 100% good as gold.
Just don't know. I'm good as gold, and maybe I just don't know. I'm good as gold, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, and maybe I just don't. Till I believe it's so. I'm good as gold.